Hello there, strangers. So I'm actually finally being able to film on a nice time. Like, it's not too late, it's not too early. And what I mean by that, like, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., just the right time for me. Anyways, I just want to do this video because I want to get rid of these black pots and just recycle them finally. So let's get this started. This is actually my first Lush empties, and I will tell you my full review on them while I explained the consistency. And I think it's harder to do empties video because I have to really rely on my experience on it because there's no product for me to show. This huge tub here, as you can see. So I'm gonna go one by one, but first I'm gonna actually show you guys this hilarious Valentine's Day card because this is gonna be a little bit of me showing Valentine's Day stuff that I got from Lush. So look at this card. I know being single on Valentine's Day can suck, but it's so much better than dating some idiot. And I had to get this card. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know who to give it to. I just thought it was funny, so I got it. So the first thing that I got, I didn't get all the Valentine's Day range because some of them just smell like snipes, and I'm just gonna write below what it is. It's just my opinion. If you guys haven't got the chance to go smell some Valentine's Day stuff at Lush, please do so because it's gonna go away very soon. But a lot of this other stuff besides this one item smells like they all smell really good. So the first thing I got here is the full-size Prince Charming shower cream. This is like it's kind of like comforter a little bit, and if you're not familiar with that, it's kind of semi-sweet but also fruity as well. And this one has pomegranate, vanilla, and a little bit of like marshmallow root. It's just amazing and softening. Oh, I love this scent, and I remember I loved it last year as well. And it was funny because can you see like a little bit of discoloration at the top? So I was kind of like skeptic on buying the full size because I was like telling my manager, oh, I don't really want to get it because it's not fully pink. I know that's a little extra of me. She's like, no, no, no. She's like, all the batches are the same. Just get it. And this is the last of the batch that we're going to get. We're not going to order anymore. And then my coworker was telling me how if you keep it in the dark, it actually turns pink. And I kid you not, like now because I'm in the light, obviously, it's going a little bit whiter on the sides, but I swear I kept it in the dark and it turned pink, which was really weird. I'm guessing it's like a food dye sort of thing, but I'll probably show it to you guys in a vlog because I'm gonna put it back in that dark room because I have a shitload of Lush. Let's not sweat the small details, but I just love the smell, and I'm so happy that I came back. Bubble bar, and this is actually one of the bubble bars I got from my staff box last year, and I fell in love with it. I find that this bubble bar and Peeping Santa is my two top favorites, but this is the Ladybug. I think last year it was called Ladybird. I could be wrong, but this one, it has like a little bit of peppermint, I think geranium as well, and it's sweet. I love the smell of this. Somebody was describing it as a chiclet, and what's cute is that the fact that everything is handmade. Not every ladybug is the same, so it kind of like, I think a piece of her eyeball just fell, whoops. But I love using this stuff. If you guys have not tried bubble bars yet, please snag one of these because it makes the water so thick, it smells amazing, and I don't know, it has a little bit of sparkle too, as you can see, and it's just worth your money to get a bubble bar. This is a new addition to this year's Valentine's Day, and I love it. If you love like raspberry subtle fruity scents, you are gonna love this one. This is called Cupid, and it looks like this. How cute is that? And it smells exactly like Razzle Dazzle. So it's very nice and fresh, and there's fresh raspberry juices in here, which is really cool. So I'm guessing it's gonna be nice and cleansing. And I think there's also cream of tartar, so it's gonna be super creamy and softening for the skin as well. So I can't wait to use this. And the last thing I got from the Valentine's Day collection is actually a prize that I won, and I'm excited to use this as well. This is called the Lover's Lamp. It smells exactly like the lava lamp. If you guys don't know, it's like orange and blue disc. But what's cool about this is you kind of see the little confettis of little hearts. It's super pretty in the bathtub and really creamy as well. So do check this out. So now on to the empties. So the first thing that I have here is the Brazen Honey mask, and I actually did a first impression of this. What I like about this mask is that it was very invigorating and stimulating, and I felt like out of the masks I've tried, this was the only mask that made my skin feel super soft. I keep telling people that it made my cheeks feel like bowling balls because they were just mad shiny. Like, if you guys haven't seen that first impression video, please go check it out. I'll maybe put the link below. I cannot speak, and I noticed that I say a lot in a lot of my videos, but I guess whatever, that's just how I am, right? But this smells great. It's very hydrating too, and I felt like it didn't dry out my skin or anything like that. At first it was super intense, but then if you really like super cooling mask, you will love this one. Here is Aisha. This one, to me, it felt like any other mask, to be honest with you. The smell was great. It was not too thick. See, I'm going a lot. It's not too thick. It's kind of liquidy, if anything. And I felt like if you want a nice general hydrating, brightening mask, this one works. And I know that we usually target this mask towards more mature skin just because of all that kiwi and asparagus in there. It's really nice, and all that vitamins is really nice to prep up and tone up the skin. So if you're looking for just a general mask, check that one out. Love Lettuce. I actually love this mask. This one made my skin feel like I already had a moisturizer on, which was very odd. I felt like I did do a fresh impression on all those 3 masks that I just showed you right now. With this one, I felt like it, instead of the squeaky clean feel that you get from every mask, this one was very like refreshing almost. When I put it on, there was a slight cooling effect, and the exfoliators, which is chopped up almonds in here, I felt like it was a nice touch to give just the right amount of exfoliation, but not too much. It did absorb a lot of the oils on my T-zone as it said it would, and it just was great for basically combination skin, which is what I have. So I would definitely repurchase this one and Brazen Honey. Mask of Magnamity. Actually, I'm surprised I got the self-preserving one. I thought I would go for the regular. So you're basically the self-preserving and regular, correct me if I'm wrong. Self-preserving is mostly concentrated on honey. So if you're looking for that nice deep cleanse but you're unsure of because your skin may be sensitive a little bit, do try the self-preserving one, and there's less water fillers in there, so it would last a lot longer. Now I'm saying last a lot longer because a lot of people tend to take this just because it lasts longer, but I feel like a lot of our mask and products, even though there's a best before date, it's just a guideline, just like food. As long as it looks the same, smells the same, it's just the ingredients, the effects of them aren't as strong as it would be during the duration that's shown here. But this mask is one of my favorites for sure. I don't really buy this a lot just because if I have other masks to use, I don't want to basically have this lying around. I want to make sure that this is the only mask I'm using, because I do have a lot of sheet masks right now. But if you have not tried any of the masks at Lush, I do recommend this one if you're looking for a nice mask just to get rid of like any future breakouts. It's kind of like a replacement for drying out your spots. So if you have like any breakouts or anything, just put this on that one spot, and it's super cooling with the dookie beans and peppermint oil, and very hydrating too. So this one has finer dookie beans, whereas the other one has like more chunkier dookie beans. Okay, this one, Cupcake. Now, with my experience, I thought I would really love this mask, but I felt like this one was a no-go for me because, one, the smell of it I couldn't stand, and I know what it is now. It's the freaking sandalwood. I don't like sandalwood scent. If you do, then all to ya. I think that's how you say it. But I felt like this mask just didn't do it for me. Effects wise, it was great in terms of like absorbing excessive oil, so maybe use it in the summer. But the second time around and the last few times I've used it, I would avoid putting it underneath my nose because I just couldn't stand that scent of chocolate and smoky. I don't know, those two, sweet and smoky, don't really mix with me. So I wouldn't repurchase this, but it is one of the best selling masks that we have at our shop, I find. So if you're looking for a mask to get rid of like any sort of small pimples, or basically look for a mask to absorb a lot of oil, go for this. But for me, I would not get it again. The seaweed. Now this one, I don't know, it didn't really stick out to me in terms of like effects or anything, just because again my skin is not dry. So I know a lot of people do come back and purchase this if you're looking for something that's nice for sensitive skin rather than oily. This one has a lot of like seaweed in there, and the smell is great. I think I can see myself, if I were to purchase this again, I'd use it during the summertime rather than the winter time, because that's when I use it. So actually, wait, what am I trying to say? This is good for hydrating, but you know, I just felt like it didn't really do much for my skin. So, but it is softening just because of all that. Is there rose water in here? There's honey, bay leaf oil. Yeah, there's rose water. So the rose water and the seaweed, to me, it doesn't really affect my skin as much because I have oily combination skin. But hydrating in the summer, do try this out. This mask, I have a lot of masks in these empties. So this was actually a prize, and this is the volcano foot mask. Now this, to me, I felt like it was an interesting product in a sense where, you know, it was a little bit different by putting a mask on your foot. And I've tried a lot of different foot masks if you checked back in my other videos before. But this one is super cooling, and it is kind of like brazen honey where it really does sting the foot. And in terms of getting rid of calluses, I don't think it really did it for me because I have really bad calluses, okay, TMI, but I really do. It was softening for the other parts and it was nice, but I don't think I would purchase this again because I don't have time to put a mask on my foot and just like sit in one spot without thinking about that product on my feet, you know? Whereas face, I can just still do what I want to do, but with a foot mask, you're very limited to like walk around and stuff. So I'd say if you're looking for a really like different treatment for your feet, do give this a try. But me personally, I don't think I'd purchase it again just because the duration of it and the process of it. The smell of it wasn't my favorite either because there was a lot of like cinnamon in here. So I wouldn't get it again. Last product I have here is Whoosh Shower Jelly. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, I got this from my brother and he used it all, so I'm like, hey. But the moment that I have tried this in the shop, shower jellies, to me, they're really interesting because if you're looking for a more sensitive and fun way of cleansing yourself rather than the regular shower gel, I kind of feel like this is like a slippery loofah. And every time I use a shower jelly, I always drop it like crazy because I'm clumsy as shit. And also because I can't get a grip on things. Like I felt like with this product specifically, I keep dropping it, or I like using it as, you know, just taking a small piece and lathering it up. But if you guys wanted to try something new, you guys can also freeze shower jellies if you wanted to. And this one smelled really, really refreshing, like lemons and limes. So if you're looking for something different, and especially in the summertime, I know these are a really popular hit. But that ends my Lush Empties haul. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, and I'm sorry that I didn't really explain much of the products as well, just because it is kind of hard and this is my first empty, so I really hope you did enjoy it while you were here. But please comment, rate, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like, you can always check back on my last fresh impression videos on all my masks. It'll be all in my beauty playlist. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night. Bye.